Hey everybody, it's Tiny Green here. Happy New Year to everybody. January is a terrific month. I'm going to talk about a couple of topics today. One, I want to start out with our 7th and 8th grade core skills, which starts this Saturday. Now look, this program to me is a must for any kid who's in that age group who is looking to do a couple of things. One, like I always say, it's all about getting better. You need to get better. Two, for that highly competitive player, this is a chance to get in the gym against a lot of quality players. Now look, this core skills is a launching pad for so many 8th graders and 7th graders, I can't even begin to tell you. It's a chance for kids who are really good to play against other talented players. Now we all know that grammar school basketball is great. It's a must. It's a great thing for every kid. But also, kids need to be challenged during the year as well. As wonderful as it is to play in a grammar school game, scoring lots of points, it's just as important that the kids start understanding that competition is the name of the game. Now look, that event is interesting because one or two things happen at that event every year. A kid pops in like a Kamari Reynolds did last year, who blow up and create name recognition for themselves and get themselves on the map. Then there are the other kids who duck the event. And I'm always disturbed by that when I see talented players with an opportunity to play against other talented players and they don't show up. It's a real red flag for me. Anyway, that event starts this Saturday. The 7th and 8th grade group goes from 9 to 10:30, and then the younger group goes from 10:30 to 12. So if you haven't signed up, by all means, jump online, sign up, go to recruit.com. Now let's talk about something else. I've had a lot of people ask me about Ocean County and the resurgence of that county's basketball. And everybody's saying, well, why is that? Da, 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 da. Let me tell you why, okay? For years, at least when I was around, the Ocean County kids pretty much stayed in their own little world. Very rarely did they train outside of Ocean County. Very rarely did they get in highly competitive situations. It was just basically an area where kids played basketball and were not being challenged on a regular basis day in and day out. Now that all changed about 4 years ago when Joe Pisignio, and I hope I'm saying that right, from Tom to the Stars, brought a team in there that included his daughter Brielle, Jenna Paul, Jessica Broad. It was a very talented team. And what he did was he brought those kids, for example, brought them down the core skills, brought them over to MBS, had him have trainers come from the outside to train those kids as well, brought other good players from outside to work against his kids, and these kids got in highly competitive situations. And this has led to a resurgence. Then you get Jim Passat, whose daughter's going to play at the highest level of college basketball, bringing in a group of girls and doing the same with those girls. Now look, what happens when you do that, for example in Ocean County, is a lot of times these kids get in these environments and they're put on the court with girls that are not as talented. They're not used to the intensity of the event. And in the past, those girls have showed up and disappeared. That's changed. That's changed. These parents of this new group of Ocean County kids are allowing them to be coached, and by the way, allowing them to be coached hard, and they keep bringing their kids back. Then their kids are going and playing high-level AAU. They're going in high-level training competitive situations, and it leads to what? Development. This is why right now Ocean County has the best young talent around. I give you Paige Slavin as the best example. This is a kid who showed up at MBS, core skills, other competitive environments, always put on the court with the least attention and the least amount of so-called talented kids. Now most kids in that situation stop showing up. The mom's angry, the dad's angry, the kids feel slighted, and they disappear. This kid just continued to work and worked her way up And now look at her. Without question, one of the best 5 freshmen in the shore. So if you're asking me what happened to Ocean County and why they have the best young talent, there's your answer. Start with Basagnio, start with Passat. And by the way, Kylie Watson, who started with the shore shots down here, is one of those kids from the South Jersey who has really moved herself into somewhat of a shore player and now a national player, even though she's not in the shore. So it all comes down to what your approach is when developing. Monmouth County has always had a firm hand on their kids. The mid-Monmouth, the hardcore training, playing against Division I athletes when you're this big, and it's been a difference. Now, I'm going to finish up with my final thing because it was a great topic of conversation today. Recruiting. Okay, so let me start with this. I got a text this morning about a young lady being recruited by UConn. So I texted this person back and I said, stop. Please stop. Please stop. Because there are only 2 players currently in the South state of New Jersey that have that kind of talent and that package. That's Faith Massonis and Kylie Watson. And let me tell you why. Both are physically freaks. They're big players for their positions. Now, they both play around the basket in high school. Neither one of them will be a post player in college, despite their size. And this is what makes them that level of player, because they have size, strength, and athleticism that's off the charts for their college positions. So those 2 players are unique. But on the recruiting front, another topic came up, Hannah Scanlon. Let me tell you something. Bryant University got the steal of a lifetime in Hannah Scanlon, who, by the way, Hannah, right now, if you said to me, who's player of the year, it's you. And it's not even worth having a conversation. The stuff that this kid is doing is off the charts. But the perfect storm happened for Bryant University. First start with Jonathan Parsons, their assistant coach. Jonathan, you're a great guy. Love you, buddy. John followed that kid from A to Z. I can't even begin to tell you how many times he saw Hannah Scanlon play. But more importantly, he constantly was asking for updates on that kid, trying to figure out what's going on with her, is she developing, and he hit a home run by doing his homework. Because, ready, watch, Hannah Scanlon did not train in highly competitive environments. That's just a fact, folks. She did not go, for example, to an MBS and play against a Kimmy Evans, a Christina DeCendo, and other high major players. She trained, with her dad or somewhere else. So she never got a buzz created for herself. Then you go to the fact that she played AAU most of her career at not the lowest, but certainly not the highest. So we didn't really know what she could do. Then on her high school team, she played for a high school team that shot a ton of threes. So she didn't get the ball a lot. Look, that created the perfect storm for Bryant University. Because check this out. If she had not signed early, every high major school would be on her right now. She's 6'2", athletic, averaging over 20 points, over 10 rebounds. She runs the floor like a deer, and Coach Callahan's playing like this, taking advantage of that. And then, of course, Tori Hyduke, who's going to be mid-high major player, is now a junior, and she's developed, and she understands about getting the ball to people in the right spots and doing these type of things. So all these things have led to what? Hannah Scanlon becoming a superstar and Bryant getting a chance to stay a once-in-a-lifetime player. So good job by Bryant, and hopefully she'll dominate the NEC. So I hope to see everybody this weekend at the Core Skills Training. Make sure you sign up. That event will sell out. I know there was some spots left as of last night. This is Tiny Green from the Who Group saying, everybody, Happy New Year, and let's go get 'em.